Hi guys, Neil Williams here. I'm doing a 7-test club review on these TaylorMade P790s, the TI versions. These are the pinnacle of irons from TaylorMade. A whopping price of $2,500 for a set of 7 irons. I'm going to put them through a series of 7 tests, and at the end of the video I'm going to give you a verdict, a number out of 10 to give you a review on these clubs. So let's get to it. So first of all, the look. I'm going to mark it out of 10. I like the look of it. The finish of it is slightly different to the P790s. The P790s were chrome, as you might be able to see from now. It's very chrome-like, had a lot of technology behind it as well, but not so much as this. This has got a lot more technology behind it, but it's not too flashy, it's not too tinsely. So it's got a lot of technology behind it, which is the weight behind it, which is the tungsten. That black bit is the tungsten. The whole outer shell is titanium. It's got the speed foam inside it, so it's a hollow club. And it's got this line here, which is the speed pocket. Overall, the finish looks nice. It's not too glary. I quite like it. I do like it. Over the ball, it looks very strong. The loft of it, I'm sure, is very strong, but we'll have a look at that at a later time. The loft of it is very strong. The leading edge, it's a very chunky club. Looking at it over the ball, the back edge, the back edge is very thick. I'm not a fan of that thickness on the ball, so I'd be interested to see what the workability is like on it. It looks like a very forgiving club. It looks like I could probably put a smelly swing on it and it would probably go half decent down the field. Whether you like that sort of knowing that it's generally going to be a decent shot. If you're not swinging particularly well, you might have a bit of confidence on the shot there. So the look, I would give it 7 out of 10 there. The reason why I haven't got it full marks is that top edge is very, for me personally, it's a very thick top line on that there. It's not too much offset on the club there, so it's probably a couple of mils offset on that, so it's not likely to go left too much for me. Yeah, 7 out of 10. So these bad boys are coming at $2,500 for a set of 7 irons, which makes one iron £357. This is a lot of money. You could probably get £350 worth for a full set. So hopefully they do something unique. We'll find out. But certainly at that price, I'm going to put it as a 4, maybe a 3 out of 10 there. It's just too much money. Considering the P790s come at about £1,000, which is still quite a lot of money, there is just a double the amount, if not more. So are there a double amount of, you're going to see a double amount of performance? I doubt it. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10 for that. So third test, custom fitting options. You have 11 different shafts available in the steel shafts, and you have 3 different available shafts in the graphite. You have 3 degrees left to upright and flatter, and also there's no upcharge when it comes to the grip size as well. So if you need jumbo size grips, if you've got shovels for hands, there's no upcharge. So I like that. I like that from TaylorMade. The shaft that comes as stock shaft is a Nippon shaft, which is a high launch and a very light one, which kind of says to me what sort of golfer would need these clubs, which TaylorMade is sort of suggesting these sort of clubs are designed for. Someone who needs to get more distance in the game, don't strike the ball particularly very well, and need a bit more clubhead speed, or maybe they've got maybe a few aches and pains in their swing, so they provided a light shaft in that stock shaft in these clubs. So I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 for custom fitting options. So for the fourth test is the sound and feel test. I'm going to hit a few balls with these P790s TIs and see what you think. So these are a hollow club, so I'm expecting them to be quite loud, so give it a go. God, I got a bit of a spark there. Yeah, they sound firm. They don't sound too hollow. Actually, I think they've done a bit of work to the sound of it. I was expecting to be really sort of loud. Whether it's the dampening they've got on there with the tungsten insert on it, but they sound probably even better than the P790s. Oh, that was a bit heely. The ground a little bit there, though they sound and feel solid. Yeah. So I didn't like the sound. When I had the P790s, I didn't like the sound. It was very hollow, tinny, very flat. But I'm impressed with these. Oh, apart from that one. That was a thin one, that one. Let's get some decent balls. Last one then. Yeah, that's out the middle, that one. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8, possibly 8.5 for the sound and feel. Considering they're a hollow club, they're very good. So for the forgiveness test, I've got a bit of tape here, marks where I've hit the ball. I'm going to try to hit some smelly shots off the heel, off the toe, a couple in the middle hopefully. I'm going to see the deviation between those shots and see how far the ball goes, so to find out the forgiveness of these clubs. So let's give it a go. So I've got the flight scope running at the moment. I'll just give it a go. That was pretty much out the middle, that one. And that's 172. I'm not swinging great at the moment today. It's pretty cold. I've not hit any golf balls all day. There's a bit of wind on the left to right here, so you might see it fading a little bit on it. That's 178. Again, that's out the middle. All right, let's see if we can hit a bit of a smelly shot. I know I've got it myself, so let's give it a go. So that's off the toe there, bottom toe, that one there. That's gone 169. It's off the heel here. Let's go really off the toe, see what happens off the toe. That sounded really good. That was off the toe. Look at that. That was off the toe, that one. And that's gone 172. And that was relatively quite straight. That, I'd say that was, I mean, if you didn't know that I hit off the toe, I would say that was pretty much a good stock shot, that one. And when it's nice and high, I didn't lose any distance on that. Very, very forgiving clubs. Very. really off the toe. Oh, I pulled that one. 177. That's off the toe again. Club face flipped over. Probably gained a little bit more because only club face de-lofted a little bit on that one. So that's 177. Yeah. So I haven't really sacrificed any distance by hitting off the, not finding the middle. Yeah, so very forgiving club. I'm going 9 out of 10, possibly 10 out of 10 for forgiveness. Very forgiving club there. So now we're going on to the distance test. These clubs are very aggressive. They've got a very aggressive loft on them. They're not angry. They've got a 28.5 degree loft on the 7 iron, as you can see here. So the pitching wedges are playing at 43.5, and the 4 iron is playing at 19 degrees, which is very, very strong, really. But they can afford to do that because the technology they've got in here. So they've got a lot of weight at the bottom of the club, the central gravity at the bottom of the club, help the ball go up in the air. So you're not going to see the ball very low, considering the loft of it. So 28 degrees, 28.5 degrees. The center of gravity makes the ball go up higher. So you should see a sort of neutral sort of shot. And what you expect is the ball to come down a bit up from a high distance and then land it relatively quite soft, rather than a very low ball getting all the distance, but it's going to run out and then run through the green there. So ideally we want to get a nice high spin on it, a high launch on it, but a maximum distance. See what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test my club versus these ones here, and see. So mine playing at 30.5 degrees. It's the TaylorMade P760s, and see what they are. So see what the distance is. So let's hit a couple of shots with these. So I hit about what, 165, 170, 175 at a push, to be fair. Uh, 178. Okay. I haven't done anything with the system or anything like that. It's not on range balls. It's on stock standard ball here. Got a bit of wind on the left to rights here at the moment. I thinned that one. That's a fairway finder. A bit of a cut on it. That's 173, 171. That one. Let's find the middle and good swing here. That was a better strike. The shaft I've got on here is similar to what I've got on here. This is the 120. These are 120 Nippon ones, so very similar shaft. 176. They're very similar. They're very similar. Let's go back on the P790s Ti now and see what. I can certainly feel the difference. These feel so forgiving. I've hit that pretty well. That's 178. There we go. That's probably the sort of true lightness of it. I'm warmed up now, you see. That is at 186. Yeah, so I'm getting about another 10 yards on these. I couldn't hit any better than that. That was a quality shot, that one. At 190. Wow. Yeah. So they are definitely further, and I say about 10 yards. I'm going to have to give it a, for distance, overall distance, I'm going to have to give it a 10 out of 10. Crazy long. So last of all is the workability test. So I'm going to try to hit a few cuts and a few draws with it, low shots, high shots, and see what they're like. So let's give it a low one here. This will be interesting, sort of how low they can go. Yeah, I've had lower, but obviously with the technology they're on in there, it would be hard for it to go up any lower than that, really. That was a low one. That's gone pretty high on that one. Bit of a cut. And draw. There, they're fine. They're absolutely fine. You can work the ball nicely with these clubs. Yeah, low shots would be a difficult one there, but really for a golfer who's aimed towards these clubs here, they generally might not want to be playing those high shots, low shots, cut shots, but certainly it'd be difficult to get these as low as you want them to go. Bring the ball back in stance a little bit, perhaps. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 for workability. They can do the job, but I'm sure they won't be quite precise as you get the blades, which are very workable sort of club. But they've got a low. The sole is still not quite as thick as some clubs. Very powerful clubs. It's still quite narrow, so you can open the club face, close the club face, and it's not going to have too much loft on the club on that one there. So you can pick it off quite nice on a tight lie. Yeah, I'm going to give it 7 out of 10 for workability. So guys, final verdict on these clubs. The P790 Ti's are very forgiving, I've noticed. The great distance on it. You're not going to sacrifice any distance if you hit that smelly shot. But I think the price point outweighs the performance. So hence the average works out as 7.5 out of 10 for these clubs. Yeah, so there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and catch you later.